And welcome back to 102.7 Chop FM. We are Nerds of the North. It is 8:30 p.m. We are actually kind of on time.
Yes, we are.
Very nice. Well, it is 8:30 according to this computer right here. Sorry, I know it's not actually 8:30. I am DJ Botobo.
I am DJ Padawan.
And we are back. We are back from Fan Expo.
Oh, and what a Fan Expo it was.
Yes, it was a crazy, crazy weekend. A lot of fun.
Incredible. All I can say is premium pass for the win.
Yes, indeed. Off the top of our show we had Back to the Future main theme.
Composed by...
Was it John Williams? I want to say John Williams.
Yes.
That's the man. That's the man right there. And then following that we had The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News.
Oh yes.
Two rockin' tracks.
Either one of those two songs makes you want to go and find a DeLorean.
Yes. Oh yes, for sure. Are we starting off with video games or movies today?
It's technically your week, Botobo.
Okay. All right. I'm going to start off with what games are coming out this upcoming week. Starting with September 5th, we have Planetary Annihilation. It is if you are a fan of real-time strategy games, I highly recommend this game. The only catch is it is on PC, Mac, or Linux. So if you have any computer operating system, I would highly recommend picking this one up. It brings real-time strategy to a whole nother level. Also on September 5th, Dead Rising 3 is coming to PC.
Yes, I no longer need an Xbox One.
Yes. So I know a lot of people really love the franchise, but refuse to get an Xbox One at the moment, and there you go. Rising.
There's just not enough on the Xbox One to make me want it
this holiday season,
as well as having my PS4.
I know. This holiday season will give people a little more temptation, I'm sure, but it probably won't get real serious until next holiday season, the following. And this has been confirmed as of I think yesterday or earlier today. Minecraft for the Xbox One is coming out September 5th. September 5th, Minecraft will be out on the Xbox One. An awesome feature here, if you have already purchased Minecraft on the Xbox 360, you will only have to pay $4.99 to get it for Xbox One, which is not bad. That's all right. I couldn't see them just giving you the free upgrade. No. Considering when you get the Xbox One version of Minecraft, you can build maps that are 36 times bigger than on the Xbox 360. So, and the ones on the 360 are quite large, in my opinion.
Yeah, considering they can fit the Enterprise in them, yes.
Yeah, they are pretty big. So yeah, on the Xbox One, it's going to be nuts. If you did not purchase Minecraft on the 360, you will have to pay $19.99 for your Minecraft. And then, ring of the bells. September 9th, we have the two big ticket items here. Mm-hmm. NHL 15.
Meh.
Come on, NHL.
Last NHL game I had a lot of fun with was Blades of Steel for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Come on now. I know the old arcade NHL games were pretty fun. I remember the ones that had like the power-ups and stuff like that for your guys. Like you pretty much...
No, I played Blades of Steel.
I don't know, man.
Or Wayne Gretzky's All-Star Hockey.
But
I'd prefer Blades of Steel.
I don't know, man. NHL 15 comes out on the PS3, the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, and the PS4, September 9th. I pre-ordered my Stanley Cup edition, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it's called, the collector's edition. And hopefully, if Kevin is an awesome guy, I will still be taking part in the tournament down at Microplay, hopefully. I forgot to go down there and pay. And then the big one, September 9th, Destiny is hitting the shelves. Xbox One, PS4, 360, and the PS3.
Yeah, I kind of think I'm going to end up grabbing this one.
Yeah, after playing the beta, or seeing the beta being played mostly, it was pretty awesome. I don't know if I'm going to get it right away, but if there's enough people on wanting to play kind of thing, like I don't want to get left behind.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Well, see, herein lies the problem. We can't play as a show
Yeah,
because we're on different consoles.
I know.
Unless we both buy it for PC.
Yeah, which, down the road could be. Yeah, I don't know.
It's the only thing you and I meet eye to eye on is PC.
We both have this very, very similar systems.
Yeah, mine just happens to be a tank compared to yours.
Yeah. One story I want to start off with here that was from Fan Expo, actually. I don't even know if you caught this or not. You probably did. The Royal Canadian Mint.
Oh, I saw those coins.
They did this last year, apparently, and it was a big success. They apparently sold out. They already sold out of the highest, like the gold coin this year, which only had 200 or 2,000 units.
That's a big difference, dude.
Yeah. The Royal Canadian Mint and Warner Brothers have partnered up again and released 4 new collector coins featuring Superman. The Superman logo and Superman himself on the coins. They're silver, and then the top one I think was actually gold. I'm not 100% on that. But it has like the coloring, the new colored logo stuff that they have on the new coins. They look really nice though. The prices range from $70 to $110 for the current ones that you can buy. If I have the money and they are still currently available, I kind of want to pick some up. You can go on the Royal Mint website. If you're lucky and you know where a certain post office is, you can maybe pick them up. Or
if they come to certain post offices.
Yeah,
some of them
if I know. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm hoping I might see them one day. But like the silver ones are limited to 10,000 per each coin. So there's 3 coins with 10,000 of each. You got pretty good chances that they're still going to be around. But
a lot of coin collectors order sets.
They were promoting this on IGN. I don't know if you can buy stuff off the Royal Canadian Mint site in the US. I hopefully not, but you probably can. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That was a really cool thing. I hope they do that more often. Hopefully more, I don't know, like Superman's a good one, but like, I don't know. I'm surprised the US hasn't done something like that.
Yeah, who knows?
For a superhero.
Yeah.
They're the superhero country. Another story here, Rocksmith 2014.
Okay.
Finally some songs that I want to play. Some Sublime. If you like Sublime and you have Rocksmith 2014, you can download the Sublime pack. I believe it features 5 or 6 songs. I think it's $11.99 for the full pack. I think it's $2.99 for each song. Probably awesome songs to play on the guitar. I know I played them in Rock Band for the past couple weeks now.
Yeah.
Now that I've been getting back into Rock Band a little bit.
I've started the Rocksmith 60-day challenge.
Yeah?
So I'm gonna give her a go.
It's hard for me to do it every day.
I know.
But it's good. Like I've been sitting down whenever I can. Like I have my guitar right beside me at my computer, kind of thing. Like it just kind of helps a little bit with that, right?
Yeah.
Another story here. Xbox Live Gold members. I should have mentioned this to my little brother, considering he just got his Xbox One. Xbox Live Gold members and owners of Xbox One will get to play Forza 5 for free this weekend through Thursday until Sunday. You will get to rack up some achievements for free, and that'll be the end of it. If you are interested in playing Forza and don't own it, I recommend trying it out. If you are an achievement hunter, play the game and get some free achievements, and it'll disappear on Sunday. And that'll be the end of it.
Alrighty.
That's some alright news. A couple of Ubisoft stories here. Ubisoft released a whole bunch of news. I don't know if it was out of one of the conventions.
Probably out of PAX.
I think it was out of PAX.
Because I don't see Ubisoft doing a lot of announcing at Dragon Con, and we didn't really see a lot of them at Fan Expo.
They were there, but not a lot.
Yeah, they were there. There was a lot of Ezio and other assassins running around.
The crew and I think Watch... They might have been actually, this story right here, they might have actually been previewing this, because this got announced at PAX, but they might have actually given Fan Expo a little bit of preview because
it's the same weekend.
Yeah, it's the same weekend. Where you're not gonna go home and brag like, oh, the new Watch Dogs DLC that hasn't even been announced yet.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Ubisoft has announced Watch Dogs Bad Blood, the new DLC pack, set to introduce a new single-player campaign. This will be included for those who purchased a season pass for Watch Dogs. And it will be released, or for those who have the season pass, you will get this DLC on September 23rd, and everybody else has to purchase it on September 30th. So that's a nice little preview there for the season pass holders. Usually season pass holders don't get really anything. Like, you get the DLC on the day it comes out, and you get the next ones, and you just pay in advance. That's basically what you get. You get a little, you may get like a little bit of a discount, but it's kind of a gimmick. Some more Ubisoft stuff. Saints Row 4 just won't end. They keep pushing it. It is getting a new standalone expansion. I don't want to say the title of it. If you're interested in this franchise, just look it up. And then also they have revealed Saints Row 4 is also coming to Xbox One and PS4 with this expansion as well. And this, if you ever played the Saints Row, or at least the opening couple minutes of it, you know how funny this is. It's called Saints Row 4 Re-Elected. If you play the first few minutes of the game, you kind of understand what's going on there. January 27th, that is coming out. Saints Row 4, Xbox One. I don't know. The franchise kind of went down for me, in my opinion. Now that Grand Theft Auto is on the next gen and is coming to next gen real soon, Saints Row just isn't really my cup of tea, personally. And along with this, they have released the software development kit for Saints Row 4. You can now make your own weapons. This is on PC, obviously. The PC version of Saints Row 4, they have the software development kit. For those of you who know how to code, obviously you know what an SDK is. You can make, they also give you a little template and stuff like that to make weapons. And I don't know if it's everything involved. Like, I don't know if you can make vehicles and stuff like that. That would be awesome.
We'll see. You give somebody access to the code, they're going to try something.
Yeah, they're going to do something crazy.
Yeah.
So I love when companies do this. A lot of companies notice this on PC. Like, people just, like, once the hype kind of dies down and, like, it's not an online game, like, it's just like, just let everybody, like, just let them mess around with it. Like, there's no harm in it. Another game that was released this week, actually, Sims 4. I don't know, Sims is a weird franchise. A lot of people have been in this franchise for years and years. It's an old franchise.
Yes.
So that's the thing. Like, I grew up, even like,
I've never been one for The Sims. I have some friends that are heavily into The Sims.
Yeah.
Like, he plans out the entire family's and then designs the houses on paper before he builds them.
Yep. Yeah, I've done stuff like that before. So yeah, Sims 4, I believe it was released yesterday officially, and it did get a day one patch, as many games do nowadays, especially on consoles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you first put the game in, this one happens to be on PC, so kind of makes sense. When you download, you're gonna have to download the game anyways. Obviously, it's gonna have to update. I don't know. There's obviously patch notes if you really want to know what was in the update. Here's a question for you. Are you bored of your PlayStation 4's blue background?
Oh, I heard about this. To be honest, no, because I don't look at the background that often.
Yeah. Okay, PlayStation is getting a massive firmware update 2.0. There's no word as of yet when this is going to release. 2.0 is now confirmed is going to be bringing custom backgrounds to the PS4.
So I can put photos back there, hopefully. Hopefully.
I don't know if it's probably going to work very similar to like the PS3, how you could buy some and then maybe make your own. It's probably going to be very similar to that. Earlier this week, they announced the same thing for the PlayStation Vita. You can customize the whole stuff.
That's good.
Yeah,
because I'm getting tired of single colors.
Yeah, so the Vita and PlayStation 4 will now be customizable in your own desire.
Yay!
Yeah, and one last final thing here. Ubisoft releases a batch of screens from the new Assassin's Creed Rogue, which is due out on the 360 and the PS3 later this year.
Mm-hmm.
I checked them out. The screenshots look very familiar to the last, or no, not the last one. What was the one before Black Flag? It's slipping my mind right now.
Brotherhood?
It might have been Brotherhood. I can't remember. It looks, anyways, it's very familiar art style, but this is supposed to be a more open world, like interaction kind of game, I guess. Like it's more deep, more dark. So I don't know. I'm looking.
Oh yeah, because you're rogue. You're technically, I believe, going against the assassins.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, it's apparently pretty dark compared to the previous games.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, it'll get me back into the franchise a little bit. And yeah, that's about it for video game news. Kick it off to a musical break here.
Okay, well, we've yammered on long enough. It's time to take a musical break here on 102.7 Chop FM. And with us being the Nerds of the North, it is time for a nostalgic break. These are songs you might recognize from your childhood, or depending on what type of nerd you are, you might still be watching some of these. So to start you off, here is from the anime series Gundam Wing, the 2nd edition theme song, Rhythm Emotion. And we're back! Welcome back to 102.7 Chop FM. It is Wednesday night, we are Nerds of the North, and that was our nostalgic break. We started you off there with a little bit of an anime theme song from Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, that was Rhythm Emotion. Following up, that was from Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone. One of the main songs from what movie?
Top Gun?
Thank you! I was looking at you for a second, you're like, come on Botobo, get this right.
I wasn't paying attention there.
And finally, to close off there, that was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, the main theme to the game show that helped me pass geography in high school.
Oh yes. I'm sure it helped a lot
Back
of people.
when children's entertainment was educational and fun.
Was that back on YTV?
Oh yes, that was YTV,
yeah,
my friend.
That's what I thought.
Coming out of Paris, Ontario.
Yep.
I loved the end game of that, trying to place all the little places on the map. And I think I saw it 3 times where the end game was Canada and the capital cities. I'm like, I would win! I would destroy this!
What was that video game show called again? Where they bring on like kids and they just like play games. Something arcade.
Video game top 10. Top 10.
Yeah, that was it. That was a cool one. It was weird, but
that was.
It was just all like branding.
That was very the Wizards style thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool though.
It was. Same with like the little the zone. The in between show.
When it first started,
the zone was great, and then, but before it was the zone, it was the alley.
Okay, yeah, I think,
I'll go back that far. It was the alley.
I think that was before my time, or that was when I was too young to even comprehend what it was.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, DJ Padawan here, and it's time for your entertainment news. Start you off here. We have some quick movie stories to talk about. How to Train Your Dragon 3 has been pushed back to 2017.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's unfortunate.
Well, this choice is mostly to allow the film to open up on an uncluttered weekend. There were 3 or 4 films opening up this weekend that it was planning on coming out. Now, while I'm sure it would do good, right now they have it so it's set up to open 1 week before the second Lego movie. So, getting that extra time, that extra year, that's an extra year worth of polish on the film, getting it ready to go. So hopefully it pulls off good. I still haven't seen 1 or 2, so I'll have to get into that.
The first one, I highly recommend the first one. Did you hear about it's kind of a similar kind of thing, the Gotham series, how that got...
I hear it's coming to Netflix.
Yeah, it got picked up last minute. It was supposed to premiere on one of the networks, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and then Netflix kind of like bought it last minute. So like they've been like promoting it that it's gonna premiere on this like network, and then Netflix just scooped it up.
Swooped in and saved it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of a similar kind of like it got. I don't know if it's getting delayed per se, but like yeah, if you were looking forward to the Gotham series, it's probably gonna be on Netflix.
Not sure. Vince Vaughn is to star in the new film The Politician. This is a film about a disgraced governor and his underachieving accomplice on the run from the FBI, the U.S. Marshals, and various gangs. I believe this also has Seth Rogen on board to produce.
All right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
this is going to be one of those types of movies.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can kind of see this being very Pineapple Express.
The Green Hornet. Did you see that one?
No, because I like my nostalgia goggles.
You gotta watch that one at least once. I highly recommend it. It's kind of super.
All right, I'll find it eventually.
I recommend watching it once. I think you'll get a kick out of it.
All right. Guardians of the Galaxy is now the #1 film of 2014, taking down Captain America: The Winter Soldier this week.
That's nuts.
Disney and Marvel Studios appear to be unstoppable this year.
They truly are.
No one is stopping Disney.
No.
And when you look at, I believe it's next
Star
year
Wars.
we get Star Wars.
Star Wars, period. Like that's end game. Game over. Disney wins.
It used to be Fox and Warner Brothers that were the main guns in the industry. Now Disney has stepped in and taken over.
Yep.
Congratulations! Those were 2 really good movies. They deserve to be top of the list, and I'm looking forward to when these 2 come out on Blu-ray.
Yep, for sure.
Because I definitely want Winter Soldier because I love the end of that movie.
Yeah.
Did you see some of the cosplay pictures from Fan Expo?
From what particular?
I believe it was We Got Geek,
okay.
the podcast group that did these photos. But they actually have a photo of the Winter Soldier standing there with his metal arm thrown out, and someone's slipped America's shield just in front of the camera, so it looks like he just threw it at the camera.
That's awesome. I seen the guy with the arm. I don't think he was full in costume when I seen him, because he was like, I don't know, he was messing around with his costume and like, but yeah, I don't know, man. That would have been a cool one to get for sure.
Liam Neeson has been asked at a recent convention. I can't remember. San Diego Comic-Con, I believe he was asked at. Whether or not he would be willing to reprise his role as Ra's al Ghul. I'm saying it the way it's supposed to be said. Everyone else calls it Raz, it's Ra's.
Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul on Arrow. And he's actually said, while he hasn't been approached yet for the role, he would jump on it in a heartbeat. And whatever actor they do decide to cast in this role, because it has been confirmed that Ra's al Ghul is going to be one of the newer villains for Arrow. The one thing that he does have to say is this man is very, very intense. 100% belief in everything that he does. So you cannot halfway this character. You have to become this character fully to make him believable.
I think he can pull it off.
Oh, he definitely did in Batman Begins.
Yeah.
That was a solid character. Now here's a movie that we've heard of for quite some time. The Seventh Son.
Okay.
How long have you been seeing trailers for this?
It's been...
I think I've been seeing previews for this for over a year.
Yeah, it's been a while now.
Okay.
Have we got a little bit of news here?
Seventh Son will be released finally February 6th, 2015.
Wow.
A long time in coming, movie is based on the book The Spook's Apprentice, also known as The Last Apprentice, Revenge of the Witch, by Joseph Delaney. Looks to be a strong fantasy, sword and sorcery style film, and starring Jeff Bridges.
Yes.
Gotta give it full compliments for that. You know, I heard that this movie was coming out before R.I.P.D. came into theaters.
Yeah, okay,
So something happened in post-production or something. They had to go back and reshoot. Who knows?
That's awesome, though. I can't wait
for that.
I can't wait for that.
Now, this Friday marks something very special for a lot of Canadian fans out there, and for those American fans who just haven't been able to catch it yet. This Friday, Trailer Park Boys 3, Don't Legalize It, will be coming to US theaters. Also, on Friday, the 8th season of Trailer Park Boys shall premiere on Netflix. Worldwide premiere.
That's what they say. Right out of the Trailer Park Boys' mouth, so don't blame me if it's not.
Well, all the news stories I've been looking at have also quoted it as worldwide.
Yep.
So
it'll be there.
There you go. Get your Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles back.
I thought that would be an awesome cosplay just to mess around at Comic-Con.
Don't make me do it.
I was thinking about it today at work.
Don't make me do it.
I was gonna say it. Oh man.
Because I know who you guys are gonna get me to go as, and I don't want to do it.
You already wear his shirts. Come on now. No, I'm joking.
Who are you talking about?
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Do you know who I've been told I should cosplay as?
You can. Any of us.
I'll give you a hint.
He
likes cheeseburgers.
Okay, any of us could do any of them, in my opinion.
I do not want to be walking around topless for an entire convention to go as Randy. I don't want to.
That wouldn't be good.
No, it would not be good.
It wouldn't be good. By the way, I don't think you can pull it off anymore. Oh, there's a compliment for you. Oh, there you go.
Oh, yay!
You can't do it anymore. You're too thin. Too thin.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome. All right, moving on. We get away from this awkwardness.
Yes.
Have you heard? You've obviously seen the movie Underworld.
Yes.
Have you seen any of the sequels / prequel?
I don't think I did, honestly.
Okay.
What was this?
You have Underworld. You had Underworld. I think it's Awakening. And then there was Rise of the Lycans.
Maybe it was Awakening that I seen. I can't remember. I seen one of them at least.
Okay.
I'm familiar.
Well, here's the thing. They have announced that the Underworld franchise is looking at a reboot.
Didn't we already kind of hear about this though, in a way, or
the news story came out after our show last week.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. Okay, it didn't make my show notes last week.
That's when I seen it, I think. Then.
Now, here's the thing. This is a film about vampires and werewolves. So why not make a new story in the franchise? Why do you have to reboot it?
Yeah.
Vampires, they're old, they're long living. Even if they're not immortal, they have really long ages. So
it's kind of weird to
make a new story. I was super excited about this because when this came out, I was hardcore into playing Vampire the Masquerade. And while I've read the novel Underworld, I've read the entire case that was going back and forth between the creator of Underworld and White Wolf Publishing, and I know that the argument has already been settled. You can't deny that you can look at Underworld and kind of pick out clans of the vampires.
Yeah.
Well, that could just be in how they were played. For all you know, that's a costume designer who really liked the game and said, no, these people have to be done like this. Now, I believe, and of course, the transformation of the werewolf and the whole vampire versus werewolf war.
When all those movies started coming out again, man, I remember a lot of people were really particular about the looks of both the vampires and the werewolves, I guess. But it's cool to see. There were so many movies that came out. It's
cool to see that a lot of that was done with practical effects.
Yeah. That's another thing.
That's the main thing here. Practical effects can really, really show off.
A lot of those movies tend to be dark, obviously, because it's vampires. But when you're shooting movies in darker light, it's a lot easier to pull off those practical effects, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, I hope that they don't try and reboot anything, because I like the first one.
Yep.
It was a solid film. Don't remake it. Make other storylines. There's plenty of we've only seen the one coven. There's 2 other covens. Pick one. Make stories up. Do it. It'll be fun. It'll be great. Anywho, moving on to theater and movie releases. So coming out this weekend, we have The Identical, which is a musical drama during the Great Depression. There's got some pretty decent star talent in this one, but I don't think it's going to be for me.
Yeah.
I'm not really a drama person, but it's really the only widespread release happening this weekend. There's a lot of limited. And as I mentioned, Trailer Park Boys 3, US only, is getting released this weekend. As for Blu-rays that were released yesterday, I wish I didn't look at this list. We had The Watcher come out, which, if you've never seen it, is actually a really good Keanu Reeves movie.
Okay.
And I realize that's a strange thing to say, but it is a really good Keanu Reeves movie.
I actually watched The Matrix again for the second time this month. I don't know why.
Have you seen The Watcher?
All three of them. I know if I see
Keanu Reeves is I guess you could call him a serial killer who's haunting one cop who's tried to catch him his entire career.
No, I don't think I've seen him.
The best line I ever remember for it, he convinces the cop to go and meet him, ends up capturing the cop. Now he knows the cop suffers from migraines.
Yep.
So he's sitting there with a bright, 2 million candle power light flashing it in and out of the guy's eyes. Like, I hear bright lights are bad for migraines. How's this feel? I'm laughing hysterically because this man does not look like Keanu Reeves. He does not act like Keanu Reeves, but wow, does he ever play a creepy guy?
Huh.
Good movie. Heavenly Sword, the animated film, has come out onto Blu-ray.
Yay.
Godzilla vs. Megalon.
Yeah.
I don't know of this movie, actually. They might have changed the actual versus the what name, because a lot of the Japanese names to American names just don't match up.
Yes.
Firestarter. Care to see Drew Barrymore's first film?
Oh yeah, I was like,
Charlie!
that sounds familiar.
Draft Day.
Yep.
And...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Casper.
Casper the Friendly.
The Christina Ricci version of Casper, folks. You know, the one from your childhood that you don't want to admit to your friends that you really loved, but you actually really did.
Yep, that one.
The girls were all over it for Devon Swa.
I even liked the second one.
The guys were all over it because of Christina Ricci.
Yeah. I even liked the second movie. I didn't have a problem with it.
I never saw the second one.
I can't remember the subtitle.
Okay.
But it was good.
Well, before we break out into covering our Fan Expo stuff, there's another convention coming.
Yes.
We're not quite at the end of convention time. Because Saturday, October the 4th, in Hamilton, you have Hamilton's Comic-Con. This is a one-day event. Tickets are $20. Or if you'd like to get a VIP ticket, because you really want to get a lot of these signatures and you don't want to wait in line, you can get a $100 ticket, and that expresses you through all the autograph lines. So if you wanted to hit all the celebrities and get all the autographs, you would be able to do it in one day.
Yeah.
Some of those celebrities that are showing up, Lou Ferrigno, TV's The Incredible Hulk.
Indeed.
Julie Newmar, one of the 4 women who played Catwoman in the 70s Batman. Vern Troyer. Does this man need an introduction?
Oh.
Mini-Me and Griphook, actually, from Harry Potter.
Sorry, before I forget, Catwoman, Fan Expo, as I was coming down the escalator, the Batman, there was a Batman dude dressed up as Batman and a Catwoman zipping up the back of his costume, and all these girls on the escalator were like, "Aw, look at that!" I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. Garrett Wang will be showing up, Ensign Harry Kim from Star Trek Voyager, and soon to be a Klingon commander in Star Trek Anorex.
Very nice.
Axanar, sorry.
Yeah.
Axanar, that's the name. We have Austin St. John, the original Red Ranger from Power Rangers. Walter Jones, Zack, the Black Ranger from Power Rangers originally.
Yep.
And Robert Axelrod, Lord Zed, from the second season of Power Rangers.
Oh,
Another major thing that they're having showing off here, aside from, the TV Batmobile and Kit are going to be there. If you need to know what Kit is, you need to get rid of your nerd card because you don't know it. We have the Legends of Wrestling showing up. Now, Trish Stratus is going to be one of the main celebrity guests. But we also have Ted DiBiase, the Honky Tonk Man, Jim Duggan, George Steele, Gene Okerlund, Howard Finkel, Bushwhacker Luke, and Tugboat showing up.
Tugboat.
Now, some of these names ring a bell.
Yeah.
Bushwhacker Luke, Honky Tonk Man, and Ted DiBiase. I know these names. I don't know the rest of those names. My main getting starting into wrestling was Tatanka, Yokozuna, the 1-2-3 Kid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The 90s versions of the WWF is when I started into wrestling.
Yeah.
But that's a one-day event, Saturday, October the 4th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Hamilton Comic-Con. The convention center is actually really easy to get around in. It just happens to be stuck in the middle of two one-way streets, so have fun if you're driving. I recommend taking the transit.
Yeah.
Okay, got a few minutes left here, so I think we should talk Fan Expo.
Yeah.
Where do we begin?
The amount of people in Toronto during this massive expo, not only the expo itself, there was also Jay's Games, Ripley's Aquarium.
It wasn't just Jay's Games.
I know.
It was Jay's versus the Yankees games.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had the X's on in Toronto.
The CNE.
Yeah.
You've got the new Ripley's Aquarium. You've got the Jay's Game. And you've got the Fan Expo.
It was...
The downtown core of Toronto. If you were trying to drive, I apologize.
Well, they did close some streets on the north side of
when I left on Saturday, they had Lower Simcoe blocked off so people could walk to the Jays game. Yeah,
it was pretty crazy. That was what blew my mind, just the amount of people. But also that, with saying that, they did have to block some entrances at Fan Expo for short periods of time. I managed to stay outside and watch this happen kind of thing. I watched the line form. They'd shut the door, and then they'd let people in, and they'd let everybody in. They wouldn't just kind of stop the line.
Yeah.
They just let everybody in, and then when they had to close the door, they'd close the door. It wasn't as because the amount of people was insane. But I know we've been we've been applauding the security was pretty good for the situation.
For what they had to deal with.
For what they
if
had to
you're
deal
listening
with.
out there, Metro Toronto Convention Center staff and Fan Expo helpers, congratulations. You guys had a rough weekend to deal with.
Yeah.
You guys did a really good job.
I didn't see any major mishaps or anything go down.
The only major mishaps I remember hearing of were, things that were outside of the convention's control. Guests getting sick.
Yeah.
Guests not showing up on time due to travel plans, not being able to show up at all due to travel, or last-minute cancellations.
Yeah.
But you know what? Refunds went out for this. It's unfortunate that it had to happen, but, there's only so much they can do. Celebrities are people, too. They have lives.
Yep.
Sometimes they can't make it.
I guess we could, I do want to go over, what panels what was the first one that you got into?
The first panel I got into, I was getting some strange looks.
Yeah.
Because, believe it or not, being polite and helping out a stranger try and find their way around the convention, that was something that won me or got me the interest of one of the Subway Canada reps, who then gave me a free VIP pass to be front row and center for the Adam West and Burt Ward Q&A session.
That's
oh
crazy.
My
Just taught me a lesson.
That was insane. I am sitting front row. Everybody who paid $500 for the VIP ticket was sitting behind me.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You can see the pictures up on our YouTube channel. Just look at our Fan Expo exclusive video, and that is where I was sitting. And on top of that, while I'm in there trying to waiting for the Q&A to start, they've got the day one recap video going. I apparently made the day one recap with my costume.
That's awesome. That's so good.
I look up and there's Shredder sitting a bag down on the floor while he looks through comic books. I was actually looking for Turtles comics at the time, so it was quite hilarious.
So good.
And the only other panel I sat in on was a comic book covers.
Yeah.
Talking with 5 different artists about getting comic book covers and everything done. And just how the process works, etc. So it was an interesting little panel.
Yeah. See, I got lucky and kind of got dragged to Dave Bautista's panel. And I
Was it Sarah or Sonia?
Well, it was just kind of everybody, and
Okay.
like it's just like, yo, we're going.
All right.
Anyways, I'm super glad I went. Just like, I don't know, it was amazing. He's an awesome guy. Obviously, talking about like Guardians and then a little bit of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the highlight things like that he said, like I'm sure he's covered this in every interview that he's done so far since Guardians. But like when he got the part, somebody was asking like, we heard that you cried when you heard you got the part for Guardians, and he was just like, yeah, that's putting it lightly. Like, and then he like tells the whole story, like what happened and stuff, and he was with his manager there. He was down in the crowd. He wasn't up on the stage that they give you like during the like Q&As or the panels and stuff like that. He was down in the crowd. They were handing the mic around. A couple of kids got to ask a couple questions and stuff like that. It was cool. He's an awesome guy, man.
Yeah. Now there were some panels I really wanted to get into, but apparently Saturday the lineup to get in to see Bruce Campbell started at 9 a.m.
Yeah, that's...
And the lineup to get in to see Nathan Fillion started at 7 a.m. I wanted to get into those really badly.
Man, you gotta like live downtown, like right there to like get on that.
That's the one thing that we could have done. We might next year try a way to get around transit.
Yeah, get a hotel or something.
Because I'm sure if we did that, handling the 4 days would be no problem.
Yeah. And I know for a fact every single hotel downtown was booked. In that whole like downtown core, just because like all those events, everything was booked. Everything.
Well, big deal. You've got the Toronto TTC. Book a little bit higher up in the city and go from there.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a crazy weekend though, man.
Crazy weekend. As I said, I had gone in Shredder cosplay for the Thursday, and then I broke it out again on the Saturday. And I think I lost count at about 300 photos.
Yeah.
That I got stopped for.
I really do want to cosplay next year. I really would do.
Yeah. A couple of my great cosplay stories. We're coming up the north building. We're leaving from where the Batmobile was. And we're coming back up to the convention sales floor on the north building. And as we're coming up the escalator on Thursday, I've been told this guy is wandering around the convention all day. Everybody who has stopped to take a photo of me has said, "Have you seen Casey Jones?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't seen Casey Jones, but believe me, when I do, you'll know." We're coming up the escalator, and I see this man with a golf bag on his back, and his hockey mask is sitting up on top of his head. And I got Botobo right here beside me. I just point. We're halfway up the escalator. I just point and scream out, "Jones!" He turns, looks at me, snaps the mask down on his head, and draws his hockey stick. And we had pictures right there at the top of the escalator. It was great.
It was awesome.
Then Saturday, I'm waiting around on one of the not-so-busy levels, watching everybody come by, because I'm waiting for my co-host here, and I just didn't try to see if I could find him. And another Casey Jones comes by, so we get pictures with that, and that caused a bunch of people to come over pestering us for photos. Not so much pestering, everybody was nice and everybody asked, which is great. A lot of people stopped and asked. There were some people that were just trying to take pictures from a distance.
Yeah.
And if I saw you, I just stopped and tried to pose for you. A couple people tapped me as I'm going up the escalator. "Can I get a picture of you when we get up to the top?"
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. But as soon as I'm done with that Casey Jones, no word of a lie, I hear this, "Oh, Master Shredder." And I look down beside me, and there's a foot soldier on his knees beside me. Okay, that is just cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I leave from there, I walk outside, because this is getting time for the cosplay battle. And who do I see when I get outside? Bebop and Rocksteady are walking through the crowd outside, and as soon as I get outside the door, put on the Shredder voice and call out to them, and it's immediately, okay, put the masks back on and let's stand there, and oh man, 15 minutes must have gone by. We had over 100 people forming an arc around us, just taking photos, people jumping in front of us to try and get into the photos for certain things. That was an experience. I'm glad I caught them. And you know what? With the experience that I had at that convention...
It's funny though, you got lucky with that, because you caught them as they were coming down from the roof, I'm pretty sure from a shoot.
Yeah.
Because like, I seen them come down the stairs,
yeah.
and like, because that's where all the like big photographers were doing shoots and stuff like that.
I got caught for a couple of shoots up there as well.
Yeah, and then you caught them as they were like going in. And
yeah, I stopped them just as they were going in.
And then the crowd just formed. I don't know, that was good though.
Yeah, it was perfect timing, but... You know, that weekend was such a good weekend for cosplay photos and everything. I couldn't beat it. So at the cosplay battle, we retired the Shredder. Oh well.
It had to be done.
It's time for a new costume anyways. I'm going to do one costume a year, and that's about it. So
it was a pretty cool way to do it, though. Like, you were thinking about it anyways. So
yeah.
And then you had an opportunity. It came.
I had an opportunity. So if you want to see that, you can find it again in our... Nerds of the North Fan Expo 2014 video.
Yep.
And that is pretty much going to be it for this recap. We don't want to go into too much detail because a lot of the stuff we do talk about in our video, and you can see all the swag that we managed to walk away with.
Yep. And I'm sure we'll be reminiscing.
We'll be reminiscing about this for a long time.
Yeah.
This Shredder costume, aside from all the great cosplay photo ops I got to meet Kevin Eastman in the costume. This is... Now I've got a mark to beat with cosplay.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm ever going to run into Brandon Sanderson.
See, now...
That'll be interesting.
Now I have a goal. I have to collect the rest of that Initial D manga.
Good luck.
I know, good luck, but that's my goal. It may take me 20 years, but I'm doing it. And I gotta get my Dragon Ball Z signed by more voice actors.
Yes.
So that's my two main goals for the next lifetime of Fan Expos.
Alrighty, folks. Well, it's come to the end of our time slot here on 102.7 Shop FM. So as the Nerds of the North get ready to head on out into the darkness, we're going to leave you with a song. And this song is all about trying to stop the darkness from taking over the world. Here is Blind Guardians, The Wheel of Time.